today. The Bills playing host to the Miami Dolphins. We'll be back for the opening kickoff right after this. It is a winter day here in Buffalo with winds in the 15 to 20 mile an hour range, temperatures in the mid-20s, and snow in the forecast. Let's go down to the sideline and Armin Katayan. Armin, the American flag blowing high atop Ralph Wilson Stadium, and it's windy up there, and there's no question what direction it's blowing, but down on the field can be an entirely different thing.
Down on the
Robert Baker is deep for the punt from Brian Moorman. Not a good one at all. Bounces short of midfield and then takes a Miami bounce. Field position is always important, maybe even more so today under these conditions.
Does anybody even put a hand on him? What a knockdown block. London Fletcher completely knocked down at the line of scrimmage. And you can see the speed that Ricky Williams has once he gets in the open field. Ricky Williams' 11th rushing touchdown of the season. The extra point try by Olindo Mare is good. One offensive play, 145-yard jaunt through the snow to the end zone, and the Miami Dolphins lead it 7-0. Centers alongside Bledsoe in the backfield. Bledsoe flips it out here for centers to the 35 and out of bounds close to the 40-yard line. It'll be enough for a Buffalo first down. Arturo Freeman forced him at 2nd and 7. Give it to Henry again. Henry with a little room on the right side. Close to midfield and close to another first down. Marion and Derek Rogers with the stop. You know, we make holes on their defense.
Henry and Larry Centers in the backfield on first down. Bledsoe throws far side of the field. Centers out of bounds at the Miami 40-yard line, just inside. Forced out by Derek Rogers. And Larry Centers.
Not too difficult for him to be accurate with his passes down the field.
2nd and a long one. Henry bounces off a tackler. Bounces off another. 35, 30, and out of bounds, and another Bills first down. Jason Taylor finally tracked him down. Now both Hollis and Mare were drilling them from 40 yards out, and they were also coming up short depending on how the wind was blowing. This will be a 39-yard attempt. On its way, and it's good. Hollis's field goal puts the Bills on the board. 6:01 to play in the first quarter. Miami leads it by a score of 7-3. Before Pearson Prelo made the stop after 17 yards.
Well, they have found something they like, Greg. Same concept, and why they think they can win long term is their running game.
3rd and 5. Lucas throws sideline complete. Chris Chambers is there. His man lost his footing on the play, and that'll be a Miami first down, and we'll go to New York in Jim Nantz. Jim.
They can get up there and play tough, just like a linebacker would.
2nd and 8. The flip to Williams with some blocks in front of him. To the 30, loose football. Heard a whistle, and it's blown dead. Coy Wire came away with the ball, but as Dave Wanstead says, that ball is down.
Yep. I don't know if it was, but the whistle, I heard it. Regardless, you cannot replay it.
Going on the field is down by contact. 3rd down.
So it'll be 3rd and 1.
So when they blow the whistle, the play is dead, and nobody can recover the football after that.
Let's listen for the whistle. Wow, the whistle came far after the fumble, but it fake to Williams. Lucas throws. That's complete. And inside the 15-yard line is Jed Weaver, the tight end.
Boy, nice play call by Norv Turner. Do what you think the other team, do the opposite of what you think the other team thinks you're going to do. And it's the play action.
A big 3rd and 6. Lucas throwing, corner of the end zone, penalty marker flies. Number 22, Nate Clemens, was down there on Chris Chambers.
They're in the end zone by rule. I'll put the ball at the 1-yard line.
Oh,
First
see?
down.
Boy, Greg, I was going to say it too. Conditions, slipping, it's going to make it very hard on these officials. You could see that time Nate Clemens had absolutely nothing with Chris Chambers falling down. But times, what defense you call?
First and goal. The fake to Williams. The pass to the end zone. Touchdown, Jed Weaver.
Well, Miami got a big break on the pass interference, and they take advantage of it. Another good play call by North Turner and execute.
13-3 lead on the Buffalo Bills. Playing well, standing back at his own 10-yard line. Much better. It'll bounce. And it won't go into the end zone. Downed inside the 5-yard line by the Buffalo Bills. And we have a penalty marker.
On plays that kind of secure that for him too.
Ricky Williams bounces outside, but can't elude the tackle of London Fletcher.
There it was. It's exactly what they want to see. Penetration, solid play in the inside. They
need 5 yards for a first down.
Let's see if they throw it to Larry Centers.
Bledsoe going down. Number 90, Rob Burnett. Third Miami on 3rd and 10. Lucas. That goes nowhere on the short pass. London Fletcher and Nate Clemens coming up for the hit.
And protect yourself against a speed guy like Jason Taylor.
Bledsoe throws far side of the field, complete, and hit immediately is Eric Moles.
We saw the Miami Dolphins twice.
And penalty markers fly as Patrick Surtain hit Moles with a shot in the back of the helmet.
Well, usually when you catch these things, was he retaliating for something that was done to him? Screen. Eric Moles catches it.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness.
Oh, he kicked him in the back.
Number 23.
Oh, there's a
defense.
kick with the left foot right
He
there.
kicked him in the back, no question.
Well, the back wasn't much of a kick.
Well, Greg, let me put a real hard shoe on your back and see if you think it's much of a kick.
You actually did that to our director, Larry Cavallina. He still hasn't recovered.
It was an accident.
But Dave Wanstead is...
You almost always push back.
It's a first down at the Miami 36-yard line. Henry to the 30. Inside the 30 to about the 28.
You know, I know the Buffalo Bills, they've had great success throwing the football this year, but about 3 or 4 good pass rushers. So you can do a lot. You can be creative or play it safe.
3rd and 4. 5 wide receivers for Bledsoe. Throws this side of the field, and that's complete to Jay Reamersma and out of bounds. And enough for a first down. From the shotgun, Bledsoe throws incomplete. Fans are looking for a flag, and there it is. Derek Rogers on the back of Larry Centers. I think we had the calendar roll over to December while that flag was coming out. On the sneak.
He didn't get it off.
I didn't think he got it off in time either.
Yeah, I'm watching the play clock. It went down to 0-0 before that football is snapped. Let's watch.
0-0. The ball still isn't snapped.
Yeah, and you know what? I was watching the one right in front of Drew Bledsoe. Well, that's a pretty good 2-yard run by the quarterback.
Drew Bledsoe's first rushing touchdown as a member of the Bills, and look at Dave Wanstead looking for that red flag. He got a little assistance on it. Bill Carollo will bring it back to him and say, I get your point.
I think Bill Carollo is going to go over there and explain the situation to Dave Wannstedt.
Miami is challenging the ruling on the field that it was a touchdown, and will review the play.
Well, not only does it look like he gets in, but he's laying on top. Oh, yes, he's in.
And,
you know, and I thought you were sleeping during all of our meetings.
Funny, I thought
After
that too.
reviewing the play, it's been determined the quarterback scored a touchdown on the play. The play stands as called touchdown.
I got a feeling that wasn't Dave Wannstedt's real beef. This is only the third rushing touchdown of Drew Bledsoe's career. He scored none. So Hollis for the extra point try. It's good. You know, of all the things in the game, who would think that the toughest thing in the world is trying to get that red flag out of your right front pocket? And who needs help? Buffalo defense. Williams shakes one tackler. He's to the 30, the 35, and close to the 40. It'll be enough for another first down. Pat Williams had him early, and he shook loose.
Boy, that's big. Being more consistent, making big plays for the Dolphins offense.
Williams again. 45, midfield, 45, and out of bounds.
Wow. There were about 3 perfect blocks that time.
Ball player, 3rd and 10.
Yes, he is. Plays on emotion.
Lucas on the quarterback draw. Ducks outside and is down at the 36-yard line. Coy Wire applying the clincher, and Ray Lucas talking back at him a little bit. 4th and 4 from the 36.
Almost looks like a draw to Ricky Williams.
Lucas pulls it down, loose football on the turf, picked up by the Bills. Chidi Ahanatu. That's one of the bad things that can happen.
That shows you the touchdown by the Buffalo Bills. The fact that they made it a 14-10 game changed the attitude of Dave Wannstedt and his team to take maybe a little more chance than they would like to. Ray Lucas has to reload to try to throw the football for the second time. He is hit, and Chidi Ahanatu picks it up. And now the Bills have time to take 1, maybe 2 shots to get a touchdown.
That's Buffalo. They have 12 on the year, and 7 of them have come against the Miami Dolphins.
All in perfectly like that for Drew Bledsoe.
Bledsoe dropped the ball, picked it up, throws over the middle, and that's complete to Eric Moles. Down to the 25-yard line. Bledsoe wants to spike the football and stop the clock.
Rob Burnett all over Drew Bledsoe. Right hand, one hand. Oh, man. He didn't even need his left hand. He caught it clean.
So now we get into that little game about how much can you do with 17 seconds on the clock and no timeouts.
You can, with 17 seconds, throw it anywhere. If everybody's alert, if they catch it and run, get down, you can still spike the ball and kick a field goal.
Bledsoe goes, corner of the end zone, touchdown! Peerless Price.
I'm going to tell you, that's unbelievable. What a turnaround. The fumble by Ray Lucas. The throw, excellent by Drew Bledsoe. But what's unbelievable, the Dolphins, you just can't let them get behind you in a situation like that.
Good for 20 yards in the touchdown. Price's 8th of the year comes on his first reception of the day. And 8 touchdown receptions is a career high for Price now in his 4th season. Hollis, the extra point, is good.
There's really nobody underneath Peerless Price to draw the defense up. He made a fake inside, breaks back out. Brock Marion just gets caught in a tough situation. Watch Brock Marion top of the... Oh, it just happened. You know what it is? That's just Peerless Price going at the safety so fast and hard that Brock Marion just can't react. He just had no chance. The defender that's playing short needed to be back deeper, and that was Jamar Fletcher.
Bledsoe and the Bills put 14 points on the board in just under 3.5 minutes and grab a 17-14 lead with 11 seconds to play.
Yeah, Greg Williams showed up. That's it. Peerless Price. And, you know, you look at this first half. Greg, the Buffalo Bills have righted the ship and shown some toughness. That's what it is, just being tough.
For 2 touchdowns in a 3.5-minute span, come from behind and grab the halftime lead, and we go down to Harmon.
Greg, to ask the obvious question, how big was that turnover in turning not only this game?
End of our first half with the score. The Bills 17, the Dolphins.
From the outside, nice job. Stops and gets right in Ray Lucas's face. No second looks, has to throw it away.
Third and 6.
You know, you got to remember, in the Monday night game, Ray Lucas got like a pinched nerve on one side of his neck. I'm not sure, he just didn't get a little flare up that time.
Lost the football. It's a fumble. And picked up by the Dolphins on the far side of the field. Keith Newman was in on Lucas in a flash, and Lucas is still down.
Yeah, Mark Dixon, I think, was blocking on the outside and just couldn't make the block.
Jay Fiedler going to hustle to get loose.
That's twice today I saw Ray Lucas make that move like, oh, Keith Newman, I'm sorry, he's just on a blitz. Mark Dixon had his guy covered. Nobody sees the blitzer. It looks like Ray Lucas maybe should have read it and got rid of it to the back, because the back immediately turned and looked to Ray Lucas.
Lucas is still on his back.
You know, this could be a challengeable play by Dave Wanstead just for field position. I'm not sure Ray Lucas's arm was coming forward, but it's not worth wasting the time.
Lucas's lips moving, but he hasn't been very active since we left you down there on the turf. Slowly make his way off the field, and Mark Royals, the punter, comes trotting on. It's very, very possible that we'll see that man, Jay Fiedler, in the next offensive series. Fiedler
and hits Ray Lucas.
3rd and 2 from the 32. Bledsoe going to throw for it. Over the middle, that's complete to Henry. Henry to the 40, up the sideline, midfield and out of bounds into Miami territory. Forced out by Brock Marion. First down, Buffalo.
Boy, how easy did he make that look? First off, good decision by Drew.
Shot you saw a few moments ago, Ray Lucas walking slowly off the field into the Miami locker room. Bledsoe over the middle, hits his man inside the 35. That'll be enough for a first down. Eric Moles on the reception.
Boy, nice.
And it looks to be a pretty stiff wind at his back. On its way, fading to the right, and is not going to be good. So the field goal attempt failed. The Dolphins will take over with some pretty good field position. 7:01 to play in the third.
Do you try to get him involved early? A little play action fake, move him just a little and throw a short pass.
Ricky Williams. And Williams across the 40 to about the 43 before London Fletcher makes the stop.
Or you just give it to Ricky Williams and Jay Fiedler to get a first down, but to keep the clock moving.
The Dolphins had 6 first downs in the first quarter, only 3 since then against the Wind. Williams, first down and more. He's off to the races. 30, 20, 10, touchdown. That 55-yarder, the longest of Ricky Williams' career.
How you can score into the wind now. You give it to Ricky Williams. That's the way in Miami. Drew Bledsoe can throw it through the wind fairly easy from what I've seen today during warm-ups and through his history.
Over the middle. That's complete. Peerless Price. Price off to the races. 40, 30, 20. Can he get there? He will. Touchdown, Buffalo. $73 yards. Price's second TD catch of the day, and the Bills are back on top.
Well, now you understand why Dave Weinstead said, I want to be conservative, because the explosiveness of these wide receivers, it even looked like Peerless Price was going to get caught by two defenders. Neither one of them could run him down.
2 long-range touchdowns in less than a minute. Hollis's extra point attempt is good. Peerless Price, a career-long 73-yard touchdown catch, and with 4:35 to play in the third, 24-21 Buffalo.
Boy, this is impressive. That's track speed right there. Catch it. The defender falls down. Drew Bledsoe. Oh, look at that. Has to anticipate. Arturo Freeman misses the tackle. And then I thought, okay, he's going to get caught. Jabbar Fletcher, he has the angle. Patrick Surtain following him. He pulls away from him. But go back.
That was
Drew
Larry
Bledsoe.
Chester's hand right in his face.
How about that throw? You know, you go into you say so many things, but size does matter. And Drew Bledsoe shows that it does when you're standing in with the pressure in your face, at your feet, throws over the top of it, and he gets a touchdown out of it.
Greg Williams on the sideline celebrating the touchdown. And Drew Bledsoe over to the sideline. Peerless Price, 2 touchdown catches today, 9 on the year.
Wow, I'll tell you, this game's getting good. We're getting some bad blood going. He's yelling at the Miami Dolphins bench for North Turner to call the right plays to get Jay Fiedler involved.
Fiedler has yet to throw a ball since he's been back. It's been all running plays. And here's Ricky Williams again. Left side. Across the 45 to the 46 before Coy Wire makes the stop.
Well, that's what the Dolphins, I thought it was going to be a run. They got 3 wide receivers and 2 backs. They're doing that. They want the Bills to think pass to give Ricky Williams a little more room to run into.
200s with a new Miami single season rushing record now at 1,267 yards. With time over the middle, London Fletcher all over the tight end. Randy McMichael, loose football.
It's a fumble.
And it's Buffalo's ball.
He was holding the football out one-handed, trying to pick up an extra yard.
Number 26, Antoine Winfield, came up with the football.
First off, tough throw for Jay Fiedler. London Fletcher, watch him reach out, and the Bills defense, how about that? Kendrick Office coming from behind. What hustle, starting today for the first time, causes the turnover.
Came up with the
reasons why, Greg, they decided to start him and get him a few more snaps in the game.
Miami Dolphins went 10 straight quarters without a turnover. They've turned it over twice in the last 2 quarters now. Bledsoe going deep, down the middle. Tip, caught! Eric Moulds, touchdown! What a catch by Moulds! He just made the one-handed catch earlier in the game look like chicken feed.
tell you, Drew Bledsoe throwing downwind. It's always not as easy as everybody thinks because the ball can slide and carry, and it's hard to get that good feel. He actually throws it just a couple yards short, but it's still too far for the Miami defenders to knock it down.
How about Drew Bledsoe's last 2 passes? Good for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns. The extra point is good. 2:01 to play in the third. The Bills have jumped off to a 10-point lead.
Well, they said, let's get our wide receivers down the field. Oh, nice move. A little hesitation. And it's Sam Madison who does not make the play once the football is in the air. And you know what? Everybody's going to go, oh, come on. Listen, for a defensive back to be running full speed, to look up and see a ball thrown that far and that high, it's very tough to make the catch. Sam Madison's unfortunate that it bounces to Eric Moulds.
What a fine grab by Moulds. Bledsoe says, oh, yeah, we got one.
Oh, it's...
Meanwhile, the other side of the field, it is a totally different feeling and a totally different picture as Dave Wanstadt looks on. And the turnover proves costly to the Miami Dolphins.
Well, now we're getting into the part. I'm just guessing off the top of my head. That's 4 possessions for the Buffalo Bills. Of course, that's 2 quick scores. But to get the football 4 different times with the win has been a big plus for him now.
Quick scores have kind of, he's still a bit away, but he's got another quarter. 30 seconds to play here in this one. And Williams hit as he reached midfield. London Fletcher and Nate Clements.
Boy, Nate Clements comes from way outside and just flew in there. Ricky Williams saw him too. And he's limping off the field. He took a shot to the thigh or to the knee.
So Williams hobbles to the sideline. Traps 31. The Dolphins 21. Back to Ralph Wilson Stadium after this message and a word from your local station. This is the NFL on CBS.
To try to make sure that thigh does not tighten up.
224 yards, most in the NFL rushing this season. Fiedler from the Buffalo 49. Play fake with all kinds of time and throws.
Slipped.
Oh, intercepted by Nate Clements. Clements back to the 49-yard line.
Jay Fiedler is a quarterback who has, like I call, whippy throwing motion. And some. Watch Jay Fiedler as he gets ready to throw it. Oh, he tries to lob it. It slips out of his hand. I'll tell you what, that's a nice interception too. Wait, let's say this again. They have how many? 6 for the year, 5 against Miami. I knew I'd get that right.
And Nate Clements with 4 of the 5. You know, in 4 yards on the day. Play fake. Bledsoe coming deep. Mould got him. Out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
You think Drew Bledsoe's not different? Tell me about the win. Sam Madison on the coverage. Drew Bledsoe just throws a laser. It doesn't even move.
You know, Drew Bledsoe's having fun out there. His last 3 passes, he's 3 out of 3 for 177 yards.
Boy, I tell you, it's all coming into shape now. Well, that's a big penalty.
And another wide receiver, Josh Reed, the rookie out of LSU, goes in.
Left tackle pulls around, goes up inside. Travis Henry follows him. Nice block, and then getting 2-3 extra yards after he's hit for Travis Henry.
Reuben Brown said, suck it up, and Jonas Jennings did. 3rd and goal. Henry outside. Touchdown.
Watch Reuben Brown, the left guard, pulls around. He told Jonas Jennings, come on, you got to do it. He's going to pull 79, leads the way, makes a little block on Brock Marion for the touchdown. Really, nobody even there. Oh, nice block. Good job by Reuben Brown.
Hollis for the extra point.
And Philip Crosby had an excellent block leading away.
What a day today for Moles, Price, Henry, and Bledsoe, who sees his ball carrier into the end zone and a 38-21 lead. Three players over 1,000. Eric Moles, Peerless Price receiving, Travis Henry rushing. As I mentioned to you, Phil, that's very clearly a function of Drew Bledsoe's arrival here.
No question. Throwing the football outside, creating holes for the runner, because everybody's worried about the big pass plays of the Bills offense. And look at the snow, the wind.
Ricky Williams is back in the lineup. Fiedler to throw. Screen for Williams, and he's decked by Pat Williams.
Pat Williams saw that the whole way. We talked about this, Greg, on Thanksgiving Day. Be careful, be conservative. Conservative play calling, like the shovel pass and screen, trying to give Jay Fiedler a chance and to get a big play out of a safe play.
Clock continues to move, coming up on 9 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter.
Boy, this is some weather change.
Third and...
Greg, as you guys well know, we have been in a lot of places the last 5 years and seen a lot of scenes, and I just kind of harken back to last year with Foxborough and the Snow Bowl there. This is as magnificent a moment, I think, for these fans, and just to be on this field, you can barely see 2 feet in front of you, and I honestly think that Jim Kelly is just going to levitate right off the field here. I'll talk to you.
Armand reporting for it'll be 3rd and 6. Armand's line, and Jim's been exposed to the elements, don't you think?
That is an awesome shot. Well, Jim Kelly was one of those quarterbacks that could really deal with the elements, did it for many years here. Jay Fiedler doing a good job in his drive with it, too.
3rd and 6.
3-man rush.
Quick slant, batted down, incomplete. Nate Clements again.
Well, Chris Chambers wants a penalty, and I know we're going to be there, so we'll get a chance to talk to him next week. And, you know, just to go back, though, but it makes me think Miami, they wanted this game so bad to 3rd
and 4. Henry trying to bounce it outside, looking and gets the first down. Finally run out of bounds.
Watch Greg Williams. Greg, he's running down the sideline right now. He's going to be right by Travis Henry. And he's telling him, don't fall out of bounds. They make the plays.
You know, this Miami defense held San Diego to 80 yards passing last week, held Baltimore. Dave Wanstadt will make the trek across the field and shake hands with Greg Williams, who is one happy head coach, as well he should be, with a terrific performance by the Buffalo Bills here today. And basically the Buffalo Bills are saying, don't forget about us just quite yet. The Bills improve to 6-6 on the year. The Dolphins drop to 7-5. Jay Fiedler made his return in place of an injured Ray Lucas. And Drew Bledsoe made another impact statement for him as a quarterback.
Yeah, he did, Greg. He just showed just the emotion, what this team relies on.